Heh. My name is Nickel, Nickel, and as you guys probably already know, I'm a fan of Overwatch. So, most things Overwatch related I'm pretty interested in, including what I'm going to show you guys today. The most jank, blatant copy of a game I think I've ever seen. Usually when people say a game is a ripoff of another game, that usually just means it's something minor, like the gameplay is similar or the art style, but this is a whole new level. Just take a look at it for yourself. First up, we got the Reaper ripoff, but instead of looking intimidating like Reaper is supposed to look, he's dressed like he's a Green Day backup member. I gotta find my meme on a median. He's got his nice little loosened tie and some tight jeans that really add to the menacing look. In this game, he's probably called Rapper.
I'm not a rapper.
Then we got our bright, Dark Souls version of Reinhardt. We'll dub the Reinsoft. And here's our girl, the gem of the whole game, Tracker. If Tracer became a clown, this would be her look. She has this Ronald McDonald getup, but they still decided to go with a chess piece that's almost exactly the same. Here's the real winner. In the design room for this one, they just said, "Look, I've got a crazy idea. What if Pharah was a guy? What would we name her? And thus, Pharaoh was born." And at this point, they just completely gave up and said, screw it. It looks like they imported the exact models of Bastion and Widowmaker, but in this version they're called Busboy and Windowmaker. I mean, even his old transformation is exactly the same. And for Windowmaker, aka Husband Killer, the only thing they changed on her was adding some tattoos or whatever this is. Maybe it's a skin disease. It's pretty edgy. This is how I imagine Overwatch runs on consoles. Or maybe this is the actual PS2 port of Overwatch. Underwatch, coming soon. Exclusively for PS2 with an astonishing 1 frame per second. Frame rate like you've never seen before. I wish they showed more characters in this, like Junk Brat.
Oh hell no!
I can already see what the comments are going to be on this. People are going to see this trailer and say, "Lol, still looks better than Infinite Warfare. Lol." I mean, even the UI looks the same. It's just running at an astonishing 1 frame per second, which, when they die, they lose all the bones in their entire bodies. They're called squid deaths. Reaper's guns in this look like they kind of have those orange tips on them, like they're not real guns. Even the ult is the same. Reaper still throwing trash on the floor. Come on, Reaper. I mean, Rapper. Reinsoft's charge has got to be probably the best thing in this whole trailer. He just looks like he's floating on ice towards you. And what the hell happened to Reaper? He looks like he just transformed into one of those wacky, waving, inflatable arm flailing tube men in front of a car dealership. Oh no! Oh no! Don't kill me!
Oh no! Oh no! Oh yeah!
Why is there a jukebox that huge in the middle of this map? Is that the only asset they had available to put in this? We gotta fill the spot. Put another tree. No, there's too many trees. What should we put? Throw the jukebox in there. Reinhardt's got a new ability in this game. Teleportation. He can teleport 1 step in any direction, and you won't even see him do it. So it actually looks like a lot of these maps are just Chinese-ified. Chinese dragons and stuff all over them instead of being the typical Overwatch maps that we're used to. Big Trouble in Little China. What? This is an exact copy of Gibraltar. This is the end of the map. It's just reskinned to make it look more boring. You can kind of see Windowmaker's tattoos here. Let's take a look. Wake me up inside. Okay, so this game is made by the Chinese developer 265G, and even the name of the game is a bootleg. Legend of Titan. If you've seen my Overwatch Weird Facts video, you probably remember that Overwatch technically began from the remains of Blizzard's canceled MMO, Titan. So their Overwatch is also from Titan, but instead of having a unique name, they didn't even change it. They just slapped Legend of in front of it. Legend of Titan. Or maybe they didn't even realize the Titan Overwatch connection and they were just sitting in their creativity room, aka the formula fill in the blank room, and were brainstorming some really great names.
Well, people like the word legend, you know. League of Legends, Legend of Zelda, Legend of Dragoon. And you know they like the word Titan. Titanfall, Attack on Titan, the game, Titan Souls. What if we combine those two words and stuck them together with an of in the middle? It'll be irresistible.
They couldn't have it be of Legends because people would know it'd be too direct, so instead they went flippy floppy and thought, no one will ever unravel our ingenious plan to trick them into liking our game. They figured out the audience, people. No one can withstand the Legend of Underwatch. I mean, Legend of Overwatch. I mean, Titan. So after I saw all this, I saw that there was an article about the developer. Apparently, the developer wrote on Reddit that this was only used to show off specific tech design for mobile games that are supposed to be pretty complex, and used Overwatch as a proof of concept. One of the quotes that I read said, "The studio is still working on Legend of Titan. However, it will look a lot different than that, though it will still take some inspirations from it." So it is gonna be like this? What kind of inspirations? The player models?
Got him!
I mean, it's kind of a bad sign when the very first version of a game you're working on is literally a replica of another game that already exists. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I think I've found the most eloquent way to sum up the relationship between 265G and Blizzard. So the question for you guys is, when this becomes a mobile game, if it does for some reason end up looking exactly like this, would you get it? Leave a comment down below with a capital yes or capital no, and if you want, feel free to tell me why or why not. I'll try and tally this up too and post the yeses versus nos on Twitter. Or, if you have nothing to say at all, just hit me with a little heh. Before I close this out, I want to give thanks to Bobo on Twitter for finding this and sending it directly to me. So throw Bobo a follow, or 20. Here's a preview of the previous video, which was about a campaign to literally have video games destroyed. If you want to check it out, you can either click on it or hit the I button in the corner of the screen, regardless if you're on PC or mobile. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.
Wow, Max, those are some pretty adult words here for you know, a 12-year-old, 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 you know, a 12-year-old.
That's what I like to call a classic sideways roast. You compliment him on being smart, but you sneak a little, "I know you didn't think of that yourself, you little brat," in there with your tone. Sideways roasted.
Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
And was it during the funeral, Max, that you decided?